All right, big kids, it is day 5 or week 5, day number 4, and you should have your completed map all ready to go. Remember, you want to add transition words in between each one of these paragraphs, and if you need to, first, next, last, that works. You could say to begin with, another thing to consider, and finally, you could do that as well. And then at the bottom, remember, have in conclusion. Now is the point where you're going to start typing this up. And then as you type it up, remember, these are just ideas. So like I have highest mountain, 29,035 feet. So when I turn this into a sentence, I'm going to stretch that out a little bit and make it something that follows up this paragraph nicely. So it says, Mount Everest is one of the most difficult mountains to climb in the world. It is one reason for this is that it is extremely high. Mount Everest is over 29,000 feet high from its base to its peak. This makes it one of the highest mountains on all of Earth. See how I did that? So even though it's just one here, it doesn't mean it has to be one sentence. I might even have one or even two off of this idea. And then I can write my follow-up sentences there. You can stretch those out. The other thing I want you to consider, if you're going to do this in Google Slides, remember this is going to be slide number 1, slide 2, slide 3, slide 4, slide 5. In Google Slides, if you want to add videos or if you want to add any kind of pictures, that's fine. All that I ask is if you add a video, please keep it short and make sure that it really addresses what you're saying here. So you don't want to put in, an hour-long video if it's just going to be for your little paragraph here. So make sure that you have that. Also, I know some of you really like playing with color. I applaud that. I like that you're being creative. However, it becomes very challenging to read sometimes if it looks like a rainbow exploded all over the page. You know what I'm talking about? Like when you're doing gradients and stuff and you guys are kind of throwing everything out there. If there's too much color, if you think it looks like JoJo Siwa's, all of her hairbow collections have all exploded, then dial that back, okay? So think about maybe 1 or 2 colors that you want to use on the page. Don't go crazy and use the whole box of crayons, okay? Cool. That's my big tip of the day. And if you are working on that, if you're going to do this in Google Slides, that's awesome. Now, if you don't want to do it in Google Slides, what you can do is you'll just type it up. So this would be paragraph number 1, and then you'll type up paragraph 2, paragraph 3, paragraph 4, paragraph 5. Now that's going to be the rest of your assignment for today and tomorrow is to finish polishing that up. Once you have it all together, you're going to email it to me or share it with me at ahall@csd8.info. So this will be our last video for this week because you'll just be editing and going back through your work. Tomorrow, once you're all done with everything, because you'll be able to finish probably most of this today. Once you're done with all of it, what you can do is read through what you've written, and you might find places where you're going to add extra words and more description. That's totally fine. All right, big kids, you got this. I can hardly wait to read these. By the way, the Hawaii reports you guys did were really awesome. So I can't wait to read these. All right, catch you later. Boop, boop.